Okay, I'm gonna do a quick little video here on a Will It Run. I guess everybody likes to watch those. I don't know. I got a 1983 Chevy van 330 G30 Pepperdope camper RV special here. I've had it since 2007. The last time it was registered for the road was 2017. I do believe I took it out for a trip, maybe a weekend in 2019, maybe 20. It's 2024 now, so it hasn't been running in, let's say, 4 years. And so I'm going to take you along with me. I'm going to try and get this thing started. Sometimes I might not be talking, but I'm going to try and just move it along. We're going to see if we can get this thing to run. Okay. So what I'm doing right now is recharging the battery. I came over here last night and it wouldn't even turn over, so we're recharging it. I took and got me a little wire brush here, cleaned it all up, put it back to get got the negative positive cable on there, see it right there. So we're recharging the battery. I'm going to check the brake fluid here in a little bit, but right now what we're going to do is check the oil. Oh yeah, there's plenty of it there, nice and black. Oh yeah, that's just fine. Okay, that'll be good enough to just get her started and running, if I can get her running there. And let me see if it smells like gas. Nope, smells like oil. That's fine. Next thing we're going to do is we're going to give the transmission a little bit of a rebuild here. Got plenty of fluid in it. It's cold, so it's going to say it's over full, but once it heats up it should drop down. Smells like transmission fluid. Not burnt, anything like that. Yeah. Okay, so I got me a can of transmission rebuild here. TransTune. We're gonna pour that in. Hold on real quick. I need a couple hands here. Okay, transmission is fixed. Next, while we're waiting for the battery to charge up there, we're going to go over to the fuel. So last night, when I came over here, it wouldn't turn over, but I did throw a bottle of heat in there to try and, the thing's been setting for a while. There might be water or anything on the bottom of the tank, so I threw some heat in there. What I'm going to do now is throw in some Turbo 108 right there, or Elevator de Octano if you're speaking in Spanish there. We're going to put in a couple gallons of gas with that, so we're going to go do that right now too. Hold on. Let me try and get all this stuff here in my hands. We're going to take this along with us. A little bit of transmission fluid in there, ain't going to hurt nobody. Here we go. Oh man, I may have locked it. Nope, I didn't. here we go. We're gonna stuff that down in there, and we're gonna get our bottle of Turbo 108 Octane Boost. There we go. I'm gonna pour that right in there. Yep. So what I'm doing right now is just freshening up. I don't know how much fuel is in here. I don't know if the tank is empty. I don't know if it was half full or completely full. You know, is it good to store them empty or is it good to store them full? You know, I don't know. Some people say it's good to store them full, or depending on, you know, where you are. Maybe you're out in the desert or something where it's dry all the time. If you store them empty, they won't get any rust or anything in them. You might get some dust or something in them, but okay. Now I gotta put some gas in there. Hold on real quick. Stupid do things on it. Nope. We'll just pull right straight in. I'm not going to pour the full 5 gallons in there. I'm just going to put about maybe half, 2 gallons or something in. Trying to get it fresh. Okay. What's happening? I don't know where the cap went. I'll have to come back and find it in a little bit. Let's move on. And I don't even know what that looked like because I just set that on the ground. All right. So here we are. Let's take a quick check and see if that battery is doing anything yet. Hey, we got a crank, so that's good. So one of the problems I had last night when I was trying to charge the battery up is the this is a side post battery, one of these stupid side post things, and you got about a 10 millimeter or maybe a 12 millimeter bolt on the end of that thing. Look, that's what I got to put the charge on right there. See that right there? So I had to take the wire brush and clean those up as good as I possibly could. See that little spark? Yeah, she'd work. Oh yeah. Okay, so now I need a big old screwdriver to get the, oh, what do they call it? Dog cage, dog house, whatever, off of the inside, so I can get to the motor. And I had a big old screwdriver in here, and I hope I didn't take it out, because if I did, I'm in trouble. There it is, right there. Yep. Hopefully this will work. All right, let's do it. I'll take you on a quick tour of this thing. Like I said, I've had this since. That's my custom golf ball knob right there. Pretty sweet. I've had this thing since 2007. We're gonna close the door. When the kids were younger, I used to take them camping all over the place, and here it is. We used to take them camping and go out and just spend a weekend, even a day. We'd go Friday night, come back Saturday if that's all we could do. And to get the kids out and just get out of town for a day, maybe two. Last time I used this thing, let's see. This will kind of tell you what I did last time. Mountain Culture. Mountain Bike Magazine from 2016. There we go. See, used to mountain bike. We used to go up and take this on mountain bike trips. I did a couple of full weekend trips up Stevens Pass in Washington in the summertime. They open it up. It's a winter ski resort, and then in the summertime they open it up. Took them a couple years to design it. They open it up and let the mountain bikers use it. Pretty cool. If you guys are into mountain biking or downhill mountain biking, Stevens Pass, Washington, pretty cool place. All right, so what we got to do is, there's two clips right here. I'll pull those off. I got to get in here and get these bolts out. I think. I don't know. I think these have to come out. I'm going to take these out right here. Yeah, see that? She's coming loose. Come on, buddy. Get out of there. Come on. There's one. So anyway, I got a letter at the beginning of the month, and the storage place that I got this at is kicking everybody out. So I got to get this thing running. Like I said, I think the last time it was registered was 2017. I may have taken it on that trip. It might have been 2019. I don't know. I don't remember. So it hasn't run in at least 4 years. All right, we're gonna get these out of here. We're gonna put these up here so they don't get lost. Put those back there for the next. Oh yeah. So I don't have anywhere else to put this thing. I was actually holding on to it to save it for the engine and transmission. This is a 350, a Chevy small block 350 with a turbo 350 mounted to it. And I've been actually holding on to it for a project. Oh, dang it. Hope I didn't break that. Been holding on to it for a project. Put it in something. Well, I don't have nothing, so this thing's got to come out by the end of the month. So I don't know. I may try and sell it, or I'm gonna have one of those RV outfits that do recycle or whatever come and get it. There ain't nothing else I can do about it. So I'm gonna have to. I gotta put this thing down for a minute. Hold on. Try and get this out. See if. Maybe. This thing's kind of a pain in the ass. Get out of here. Oh shit.
I got 2 more bolts that need to come out. I got floor bolts here. I forgot about these because of these covers. They're down in here. See that? Right there? That one has to come out. This one has to come out right there. So, yeah. So the other day, I called a veterans, one of those, you know, donate your car to veterans, you know, deal, and I gave her all the information to it. I could hardly understand what the hell she was saying. She was talking Spanish or Chinese or something. I don't know what. Well, I don't know. But so I gave her all the information, and she said to send them a bunch of pictures and stuff of it. So I came over here last night to, you know, try and get it running, and took a bunch of pictures, and she called back and said they weren't interested in it. Okay, whatever. She said it was too old, 1983. Well, you know, when you think about it, hey, there's no bolt in there. When you think about it, this thing is 41 years old. Okay, well, here's a problem with it. You know, it's fantastic when you take a look at it. It's fantastic. Well, it's got a little molding back here. Here's got a little issue here with the molding, and it's got a little, don't look at that, that's a little bit of dry rot on there. That can be fixed, no problem. But this one might be a little bit worse for wear. So I came a couple years ago, and I redid all of the trim, and I sucked all the wood paneling back up. Looks real nice. Did a good job, eh? But now I'm not too sure. This is water damage. You know, you can totally tell it's water damage. But there was a time when some kids were vandalizing, jumping into the lot here, and stealing stuff and vandalizing stuff. And see how that's sagging right there a little bit, and that's sagging right there a little bit. It's only the one spot. I got a ladder in the back, and I think some kids might have got up there and used my roof for a trampoline, and caved it in a little bit. And so, well, I'm not keeping it. You know, I'm not gonna do the work. I mean, it's fantastic. The floor, everything. This is a great RV. It really was. It's that now. And then on top of that, I got less than a month here to get this thing out of here, and so I'm just rambling. So here we go. I'm going to try and get the doghouse off of this. Doghouse, dog cage, whatever you want to call it. It's a pain in the ass. That's what it is. I gotta get the I got a cigarette lighter with a wire adapter here. I gotta get this thing off. It's just got 2 prongs. There we go. That's off. Let's try and get this thing out of here now. Oh yeah. She's a little tight, trying to get her out of from in between the seats. Kind of a tricky way of doing this. You gotta back it up and lift it, and back it up and lift it. And you see what's going on here? A whole lot of pain in the buttons. There we go. A little bit outside. Coming on out. There we go. There we go. Come on. Oh, Jesus. Whew. Put this back here, out of the way. All right. How's the video looking so far? I have no idea. Here it is. It's a 350 small block, all stuffed in there. How much of a pain in the butt it is to try and replace spark plugs and everything in there when you got this? There ain't no room, man. There's no room for nothing. One of the things I need to do is, I think I also have a cracked or split return fuel line. I replaced all the lines, all the soft lines, rubber lines back in 2010. So yeah, they are 13 years old, but they should last, you know, a good long time. There are some smaller lines and stuff that I didn't replace because they were okay at the time, so I didn't replace them. Well, now they're leaking and they're bad. So I may have to get down in there, somewhere down there, and replace a line. Maybe not today. We're just trying to get this thing to run right now. That's what we want to do. We want to get it to run. Look at that. Got a K&N on this baby with a cold air intake back there. Up in front. Sucks. I put a tube on the end of that little deal right there, and so it draws cold air in while you're driving down the road, and it doesn't suck any hot engine air in. You know, more horsepower, right? Yeah. Supposedly adds 10 horsepower. Nope, probably not. All right, there's K&N. Let's get this over here. That's a tall boy. She looks okay. That's a million mile. That's a million mile air filter there. If you guys don't know what the K&Ns are, see how this is pink? This has got oil on it, and you can wash these and reuse them. This is a gauze filter, and there's gauze instead of paper. There's gauze in between the metal, you know, in between the metal there, and the pink is the oil that you spray on this thing, and that's what helps to keep all the contaminants and whatnot are going through the gauze. And the gauze is more gives you more air suckage, and so anyway, you can wash those hot water and soap. You wash it all out. They're white when they're clean. You let them dry, then you spray your filter oil back on there, make them all nice and pink looking pretty again, put it back on. You don't ever have to change it, you know, as far as buying a new one like you have to do with the paper ones every, well, what do they say, 3,000, 5,000, 10,000 miles or whatever. You got to change your filter all the time. You never have to change that. You buy it one time and it's good for life. Okay, so here we are with the carb. See what's going on. I can't even get my fingers. Butterflies open. I can't see nothing in there. That looks like a 2-barrel. Nope, that's a 4. Okay, so what I'm gonna do here is I gotta get some. I'm gonna get a little gas, or I'm gonna get a little bit of starting fluid or whatever I got, spray it down in there, and we're gonna try and get this thing to turn over. Sometimes it takes a lot of pumps to get it going. I think the fuel pump itself never did work real super good. I always had to do about 20 pumps to get the fuel up into there. All right, so I gotta go get some gas or something. Remember, I'm doing this and I'm showing a video while I'm trying to get this done. I'm not gonna edit it or nothing. It's raining, I don't have time. We got some PB Blaster. We got some brake parts cleaner. some rain going in there. I got a little bit of starting fluid. I got an empty bottle with some gas here. We can do something with that. Hold on real quick. I don't even know if I don't know how much. I think my phone either just shut off or died or something. I don't know what got taped and what didn't. So we'll go back to this. I gotta make a little gas sprayer here. I'm gonna punch a little slot in the end of that thing right there. Yeah. We're gonna put some gas in here. See if we can spray something down the carburetor. Sometimes what I've done in the past is, if you can get to the fuel pump itself is usually located in front. I don't know. It depends on what motor. You pull the hose from the fuel pump that is going up to the carburetor. Pop that off. Fill your fuel pump with fuel, and you're kind of backfilling it. That way, when you go and try and turn it over again, you're not dry air pumping the fuel pump. You already got some gas in it, and it'll help to get that's weird looking gas. It'll help it get started faster. I got a little bit of oil too. Hold on, we're gonna make ourselves a mixer here. Let's see, what do I got? Got some 10-30. Got some more 10-30. Thought I had one that was almost empty. Got some 10-30 right here. I'm going to pour a little oil in there. How about that? To help lubricate the top end of them cylinders there when we're dry firing this puppy back up. You need a little bit of something. Is it going to mix? Sure. Alright. There's our mix. It's raining, man. If y'all think it's a great thing to move out to Washington State, think again. It rains 9 months out of the year, maybe more. It's raining all the time. If you guys see pictures of blue skies and all that wonderful stuff, it's very seldom. I'll bring that too, just for shits and giggles. This stuff is great. You ever use PB Blaster? I put that shit on everything. Alright. And we are going to put it on stuff here in a minute. Oh, shit. I'm leaking our mix. I don't want it to leak too bad. Drip all over the place, then I'm gonna have a fire. We're gonna have a burn down, a camper burn down here. We don't want that. We want to get this thing started. All right. I need a light too. Our throttle cable. We're gonna look over there and see if our throttle cable and stuff is even moving. See, this is the problem with this. I don't have room to get in. There we go. Get my hands in there and check nothing. This is kind of sticky. Yeah, see, that's kind of sticky. It's moving. The linkage and stuff is all moving. But it's kind of sticky and nasty. So, what are we gonna do about it? We're gonna take ourselves some PB Blaster, we're gonna spray it all in there real nice. Get it in there real good. Get everything moved up. Kind of moving again. That's good. How's that? Alright, one more. Hey there. Okay. Alright. Now I'm gonna take a little bit of this Napa old. Is it even gonna work? Huh. Oh man. Oh boy. I gotta open up the door here, man. Woo! That stuff is stinking. Give me some ventilation. Alright, let's see if this thing gets going. See that? She's opening up here. Get me a little bit of brake cleaner in there. Okay. Let's see if she turns over. Hold on. Holy smokes! 4 years, at least. Give her some more pumps there. Yeah, that was a good sign. Oh, you hear the battery going dead? Shoot, we gotta hold off for a minute now. That thing goes dead fast. That battery is dead. I was gonna put something in there, but I don't know what to say other than better than Joe Biden's career, maybe. Better than Fauci's career, maybe. All right. I know we got spark. Well, no, I don't. But I don't want to pull that out of there. I don't want to do that right now. We just want to try and get this thing to kick over. And the problem is that battery is so freaking toast. But I don't know how many times I'm going to be able to turn this thing over and get it again before we have to sit and wait for it to recharge and all that good kind of stuff. Alright. So now that I know that is turn it over and give her a little bit of gas right in there. Something like that. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, baby. Look at that. Whoo-wee. Now hopefully in a second here it's gonna start drawing fuel from the tank. And I don't know, that tank, you know, like I said, I don't know if it was empty, I don't know if it was full, I don't know if the gas in there is crappy bad stuff. We put 2 gallons of fresh in there with some octane boost and a little bit of heat, so we'll let that mix up and we're gonna hopefully get this thing to start eating here. Come on, baby! Come on! Oh yeah! Look at that! Got some oil pressure. What's that say? 20-something pounds? Alright. We're gonna let that set for a second. That is awesome. Listen to how quiet that thing is. I mean, it's loud, but look at it. It ain't shaking. Nothing. This motor was fantastic. Guess how many miles were on it? Can you see this here? What's that say? 64,144. That's 64,000 miles on an original 1983 Chevy small block motor. This is why I wanted to keep it. 64,000 miles on a 41-year-old motor. Fantastic. God, I love this motor. I do have a little bit of an issue. So a while back, I was on a trip and the HEI coil went out, and I had to have it towed home because we couldn't figure out the problem. Well, you need air, you need fuel, you need spark. We didn't have that spark because one of the prongs up in there burnt through, and we couldn't figure it out. We didn't see it until I got back home the next day. Started investigating in here and realized that there was a prong in there that was burnt through. It cost me $3 or $5 for the part, and it costed $900 for me to tow this thing home. Damn it! But we got back. So okay, so we're gonna let that thing eat for a while. We're up to almost 40 pounds of pressure. That's good. See, it's not kicking down itself yet. It takes a little while. Look at all this emissions. We're just gonna let that sit for a minute. And I gotta go pump up the tires. Let's get some air in the tires here. Pop this off. Oh. Alright. Cables are kind of hot on that side. Hey, one of these days I'm going to do a deal on this truck right here. This is a 1994 F-150. Been sitting in a side of the house for somebody's house for almost 10 years or something, and I had to go get it. Anyway, that's a different one. I'll make a video on that at another later time. What are we doing here? We're getting battery charged. Or a air. We're gonna air up the tires. Tires are a little low, and they need some air. So we're gonna take our Ryobi, piece of junk. Well, it was good when it was brand new, but we don't know. I don't know how it's working these days. I'm gonna try and kick this thing down real quick. Yeah, 2017. Oh yeah, I got some new exhaust under there. Put some new exhaust in there a couple years back. I got a new spring on the right side. So I was wondering why the thing was always sagging on the right side. I'm like, what the heck? So I got up under there and started looking, and every spring on that right lead pack was broken except for one. And the only thing that was holding it together was the U-bolts. I think if I would have made another trip or two, that thing would have snapped, and that axle would have went, and this thing would have been in the ditch. Come on, baby. Come on, kick down. Woo! Hey, liking that. Look at that sweet cassette player. Oh yeah, it works too. What's that doing? Tires. Got a little dirt on there. A little bit of moss right there. Don't worry about that. That's Pacific Northwest sealant right there. See, that seals that water up real good. Keeps it from going in. A little rust. There's a little bit of... That's fine. Just don't touch it. It's fine. Dang it. That thing is up. Okay, I'm going to put this phone down so I can get both hands on this real quick. If it doesn't turn back over, I'm gonna have to put the jumpers back on it. But here's the problem with this stupid thing is it doesn't seal real good. So when I put it on here, it loses air. It loses more air than I can put in there. And then I gotta wiggle the thing around until really. You ain't getting nothing. That's at 22 pounds, and it just dropped. Damn it! So I'm gonna have to go back home and get a different. I won't do it right now. I'm gonna have to go back home and get a different air tank with a different doodad here. Get these tires filled up so I can get it moved. But that's just one of the little issues. That's fine. At least we know it's running. So here's another thing. See, so I know that that we're leaking a little fuel here because there's fuel right there. See it dripping? See how much it's dripping? I got to get up in there and figure out where it's dripping from. That's a lot of fuel dripping. But let's go try this thing, turn this thing over one more time, and we're going to call it good. Because really what we wanted to do was just make sure that we could get this thing to start and get it to run Come on, baby. Ah, shit. I'll put it back on the charger again. Well, at least I know it runs. So, after 4 years of it sitting here, we got it to run. Transmission is rebuilt. It'll be fine. There's some oil in there. The radiator is holding good. There's plenty of fluid in there. She's good to go. Thanks for watching this. I'm getting soaking wet. I got to put the cables back on it and just try and get it to turn over one more time. And I got to make a phone call to get somebody to come out here and pick this thing up. All right, there she is. 1983 Chevy van G30, the honey bucket. We called it the honey bucket. There you go. It's the parts rig now.